Okay, welcome back to Basic Onshape Training. Today we're going to be learning about lofts, which are actually my favorite tool. Okay, so again, we're going to go demonstration, then explanation, as per usual. Okay, so to start, I'm just going to draw a square, 2 inches by 2 inches on the top plane. Okay. And now I'm going to go over to the plane. So this might come up as a different icon for you. For example, if you were using, say, a helix last, it would come up as a helix, but just this tab next to the replace face tool. And you're going to go to plane. Okay. And now you're going to use an offset plane, and there's lots of different planes, but it should be default set to offset for you. But if not, just change it. Okay, so I'm going to go make an offset plane. So an offset plane is literally just what you think it is. It's just, did not mean to do that. Yeah, okay, it's just a plane that is offset a certain distance here from a different plane, right? So I can just move this up and down. It's just a plane that is parallel to the top plane in this case. That's just at a different distance. So I'm going to make it 3 inches away. Okay, and on this plane, I'm going to make a sketch of a 2-inch circle. Like so. Okay, and now I'm going to use the loft tool. So basically, what a loft will do is you select 2 profiles, okay, and it will connect them, let's just say. So it will just draw lines just directly to the 2 faces. So if I had, say, like some weird shape, let's just make it over here. Okay, just gonna make it a little bit more simple. Okay, and then on this plane, we're also gonna have another strange shape, maybe a bit smaller, let's just say. Okay. So now I'm gonna make another loft from this face to this face. So, just go loft, select your 2 profiles. Okay, there we go. And see how it makes this honestly kind of cool looking random shape. So it'll just connect lines from points down here to points up here. Pretty simple. Okay, I'm just gonna delete these things because they're kind of ugly, but that is the wrong sketch. There we go. Okay. Now, back to our original loft. Okay, so lofts can be very, very complicated, as you can see here. There is a lot of stuff that you don't really need right now if you're just learning the basics. So what we're going to cover is just guides and path. Okay, so the path is just the general path that the our loft will take. So I'm gonna make a sketch on the front plane, and actually I'm just gonna delete our loft real quick, just so I can make a new one. Okay, so I'm gonna sketch on the front plane. Okay, I'm just gonna make a spline, right, from the center of our circle with a little bit of a detour, and then down to the center of our square. So paths ideally should be in the center of your shapes. It just makes everything simpler. Just make them in the center of your shape. Okay, so now if we make a loft between these 2 parts, you will see it's just the same shape as before, but if we go to path and select our path, you can see it's kind of squished over in the direction of the path. It'll follow that path. You can also change the section count, but it really doesn't matter. Like, it'll make the same general shape. It just the more section counts there are, the more strictly it will follow the path. So if there's 1, for example, honestly it still follows the same path, yeah, so, yeah. Okay. So, now guides. So, guides are a bit more complicated, especially with more complicated shapes. But it should work with this. So, I'm just gonna use the use tool, and I'm just gonna select the circle and the rectangle just to find their intersection with these planes. Right? Okay. And so now I'm gonna make another line. Okay. So I'm gonna make this edge go out kind of far before coming back in. Okay. And then let's just have this one just go straight down to that point. Like so. Okay, so these two are going to be our guides, okay? Guides go on the edges, okay? And paths go in the center. Okay, and what's really important with guides is they need to be like above each other, or like this point corresponds to this point, but with more complicated things, you need to make sure the points correspond. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our loft, and we're going to choose guides. Okay, we're going to choose this, and as you can see that just shifts our entire thing over. And then for the other guide, we're going to use just our straight line. Okay, and then we get this very strange shape. So lofts can be used to a great extent to make the most random or precise thing you need. So my challenge for you is to make a crayon using only lofts and offset planes. Okay, so I'd assume you'd be able to make a crayon, right, just with extrude and lofts, right? And I'm just going to demonstrate that real quick so you get the general idea of the shape I want you to make using only lofts. Okay, so I'm just going to extrude that. Bit more than that. Yeah, that's about good. Then I'm just going to make a sketch on the front plane. Just going to use this circle as a line. Okay, and then I'm just going to make a little thing. Okay, and that's just going to go down right there, and then it's going to mirror that line over. Actually, it doesn't need to be mirrored. I lied. We can just use the revolve. Boom. Okay. There's our crayon. That's the general shape that I want you to make, using only lofts and offset planes. Okay. So I'll give you a second to do that, or you can just stay here, I guess, and watch me. Oh yeah, by the way, you can also use sketches. I feel like that it's kind of obvious. Okay, the only tools up here you can use are lofts and offset planes. Okay, so this one was probably a bit more challenging, so it's okay if you weren't able to do this one, whereas you were able to do the other ones. So I'm just going to start by making a circle, like so, and we're going to make it 5 inches. Okay. And this is just going to be the base of our crayon. So I'm going to make an offset plane, and we're going to make it, let's see what looks about right. Okay, 60 inches it is. 60 inches away. You'll notice that our planes here are only 6 inches by 6 inches, so as you make bigger things, you know, they kind of become harder to see. Okay, but anyway, we're going to sketch on our plane again, right? And so, you can't really tell, but we're on this plane now, really far away from it. Okay, and now I could either just make the same circle again, or I'm just going to use the use tool. Use the use tool, okay. On this, right? So we just get the same circle up here. Okay. Now I'm going to use the loft tool. Right? and we get a basic extrusion, basically. So, you know, a sweep and a loft can basically both be used to make extrusions. I guess in a way they're more complicated extrusions, but yeah. Okay, the next step is I'm going to draw on this plane again, and I'm going to make a slightly smaller circle. So let's say 4.25678 inches. Perfect. Okay. And then we're just going to make another offset plane that's going to go a little bit higher. That seems about right. Does that look right? Okay, this is a weird shaped crayon. Okay, I'm not good at this stuff. Estimated, like. Okay. So I'm going to sketch on this top plane again. This time we're going to make an even smaller circle, you know, for the tip of our crayon. It's like 2 inches. Okay, and then we're going to loft this circle to this circle, and then boom, we've got the tip of our crayon. I'm just going to hide all the planes real quick, which is just you right click a plane and then hit that. There you go. Boom, and we've got our crayon. Yeah, it looks like a bit weird, but you know what, whatever. Okay, so in the next episode we're going to be doing another project that will use everything you've learned so far. Exciting. Okay, I will see you in the next one. See ya.